Hello. So today I wanted to talk about not owing anybody anything. We are not obligated to. Now, I am not saying you don't owe people who have treated you good, who were a good friend to you, who actually helped you out, blah, 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 blah. Well, I guess it really depends. It's like, I've been thinking about this, and it really fucking depends, it seems. You know, like, if I told somebody, let's give an example. If I told somebody, oh, I'm going to go be a toxic piece of shit to some people because I'm just so sick of the world and, you know, I'm so tired of this, that, the third, and first of all, I'm victim playing. And, you know, if I did that, I wouldn't expect people, even people I've been friends with for a long time, to be my friend. Like, that's pretty much giving them the remove a friend free card. Because ain't no one got time for that. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. You know, or like, if they did treat you good and all this stuff and you became distant, yeah, you do owe them an explanation. But if they didn't, but the saying is supposed to be, not you don't owe anybody anything. It's you don't owe shitty motherfucking people a goddamn thing. It's more you don't owe toxic people a fucking thing, and you don't. They'll try to convince you otherwise. Oh, well, you're the bad person. Oh, I'm the bad person? Oh, but I didn't do anything wrong. I just called somebody out. And then they all, you know, flip out on you and then point the finger, say a bunch of things they can't substantiate because they're retarded. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you do. And I mean people like who have wronged you, abused you, and all this other stuff. You don't owe them anything. You don't owe those shitty ass people fucking anything. People who have physically, mentally abused you. Okay? You don't owe them a damn thing. Like, people think that you do. I've seen people, you know, say, well, you need to defend yourself and all this other stuff, which is good. I don't think there's anything wrong with standing up for yourself during, like, a flying monkey attack or, you know, people dogpiling you because you called somebody out online or in person, and then they do it through text after you leave, which is very cowardice, honestly, if that ever happens. Actually, I'd like to know, because that would be weird. Like, even thinking about that would be fucking weird, man. But in terms of, even if it's once, you know, if they showed who they really are and where they stand with you when you call someone out and they didn't even listen to what you said, fuck them. You don't owe them a fucking thing either. You know, I'm so sick of, you know, these people also trying to strongly manipulate you into thinking that you did do something wrong, but they didn't read your post. They didn't fucking watch your video. They didn't listen to the words that came out of your fucking mouth. They just listened to what they wanted to hear, and then they're like, oh, we're so smart. We'll just say that you did this, even though it's not intelligence. It's just you going off your emotions because you're a baby. You know? And they're like, oh my God, how dare you say that Jimmy did this? He slept with your girlfriend? You're the problem. Or, you know, some of the time, some of those motherfuckers weren't even there. So yes, you don't owe those people anything. You know, you don't even owe them an explanation. If anything, you could just fucking block them. You know, pardon me. Damn, I got the burps. I've been drinking some Mountain Dew. But anywho, yes, those people definitely you don't owe anything to, and especially for the physically abusive and the fucking mental abuse shit that people like to pull on you, and then they treat you like you're the problem. But no, you don't owe them anything. Even if you live with them, if it's a sibling scenario, you don't gotta tell them everything you're doing. That's just how it is. If they were incapable of listening to you and hearing you out and they didn't give a fuck about how you felt, you shouldn't give a shit about how they feel either. Unless they get very violent. Then I would recommend calling the cops and going a little no contact, if you know what I'm saying. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point. Yes, you don't owe those fucking people anything. You don't. I know I'm repeating myself at this point, but you know what? I don't care. You don't owe fucking shitty-ass people anything, especially people who have ignored your boundaries, even the first interaction you had with them, the first altercation. If they're capable of doing that, they're not very emotionally smart. And those people are not self-aware, and those people will play the victim. They'll say that you're the issue, this, that, the other thing. You don't owe them anything. Why would you want to? Why do people think it's like okay to owe people that have done, like objectively have done something so bad and mentally damaging an apology or an explanation? You don't need to owe them that either. I think I did say that. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. You know, these people are fucking idiots. Like the toxic ones are dumb. But the people who are deserving of acknowledgement and, you know, being owed are people who are genuine, who have treated you decently. You know, it's just weird to me, you know? Like, I just, again, don't understand why anyone would want to do that. I guess the guilt tripping must have worked. Like, you can't allow that to happen. You know, I wish I could snap my fingers and pretty much say, you know, all these people will fuck off and leave you alone. They won't hoover, they won't call you again, even though you clearly stated you don't want anything to do with them. I think that's fucking strange. Had that happen a few months ago, where some fucking idiot called me because I guess because they didn't watch the video. I mean, it's usually what tends to happen. Yeah, my scenario was I made a video a couple months ago, back in February. I don't remember how long ago that was. I think it was over half a year ago. And the reason it bothers me is because it fucked with my freedom of speech and no one watched it. It was very evident that no one did. Well, you're the bad person. You're the bad person because I'm going by hearsay. It's pretty much what it was. And all I did was just say this person I don't think liked me. And I didn't even name them. Like, the whole point of the video was for me to kind of make my own video talking about, you know, individuals that don't like you and like to pretend they do. And do some weird shit, dude. Like, I barely knew the guy, too. And it's like, whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not hanging out with these people ever again. It's not like I did anyways. But it goes to show you need to understand where you stand with people and who you owe and who you don't. If that makes any sense. You know. Anywho. That's me. I rambled a long time. You know, I just don't like having to owe people that don't deserve it a fucking thing, man. Like, you don't owe them an apology. You don't owe them an explanation. All that you owe them is a fucking block. Those types of people, at least. Other than that, if they've been treating you well, I mean, they were a good friend and whatnot, and you kind of ghosted them, yeah, I would explain my reasons. I think that'd be weird as hell. You know? Unless they directly tell you, oh, I'm going to become toxic. Oh, my life, and, you know, I'm just tired of being used and all this other stuff. And it's like, that doesn't excuse you to do shit like that, to be honest. And that is literally you saying, hey, go ahead and block me. Anywho, it's me, Sacred G. Thank you all for watching, listening. I'll see you in the next video. Peace the fuck out and have a good one. Goodbye.